Big Town.
Extra, extra, hero about deadline at dawn. Tonight's Big Town story. Extra, extra.
Big Town. The headline stories of a great city dramatically reported by Steve Wilson, fighting managing editor whose creed, as with all great newsmen, is emblazoned on the masthead of the Illustrated Press.
The power and the freedom of the press is a flaming sword. That it may be a faithful servant of all the people, use it justly, hold it high, guard it well.
Now, Big Town and another Steve Wilson newspaper story of a vicious shakedown racket captioned Deadline at Dawn. And began at dawn as two young brothers returned from the Big Town Produce Center in a delivery truck of the family's food market located on the south side of town.
Come on, Tony. Wake up. Help unload these fine Christmas trees.
Okay, Caruso, don't be so cheerful. It's too early. It's still dark. Hey, what's the idea of driving around here in the alley? These Christmas trees go out front on the sidewalk.
Hey, that's right. I'm thinking so hard about a fine Christmas present for Mama, I forget. Oh, solo mio, oh, Christmas time. Oh, I'm so happy for me and mine.
Pipe down, Caruso. Save that for the Met. You wake the whole neighborhood.
Ah, Tony, my brother, where's your Christmas spirit?
I'd have more if that racket rat salesman hadn't showed up yesterday and told Mama we got to buy our stuff from some new outfit.
Ah, Tony, you and Mama, you worry too much. Me, I just tell that fella the price is too much, and I forget about it.
Yeah, wise guy. But we ain't forgot about you.
Hey,
Watch it, Caruso. There's another guy behind you with a gun in his mitt.
Yeah, and the same goes for you, Tony.
Hey, what do you want? If this is a stick-up, all you get is some bundles of Christmas trees.
This ain't no stick-up.
What's the big idea?
The big boss sent us to learn you a lesson on doing like you're told when it comes to buying supplies.
No, this is America, a free country.
Take it easy, Caruso.
Yeah, take a beat or you'll get one.
All right, hand me your rod, Creepy. I'll cover these comics while you decorate them Christmas trees with that can of kerosene.
Kerosene on the trees? It will kill the trees.
That's the big idea.
Oh, no, you don't. For the children, these trees are.
Get away, Caruso. We can get more trees.
No, my brother, it's the idea.
Move or I'll douse you with some of this kerosene and send you up with them lousy Christmas trees.
Get away, Caruso.
No, Tony, my brother, it's the idea.
Caruso, lay off.
Yo! He's got me by the throat. Let him have it.
Break away from him. Swing him around.
You don't shoot my brother.
Oh, no.
Yo! Get this lug off of my throat.
Yeah. And how?
You dogs. Name of a nameless dog.
Thanks, Jojo. That'll learn the slug.
Yeah. And the rest of the holdouts in this part of town. Now, douse them Christmas trees. Light them up like a torch. Let's get out of here.
Oh, Steve Wilson, Illustrated Press.
To Lorelei, Steve.
Hey, I put you on a plane to Washington to cover preparations for the newborn administration.
I'm still at the airport. I'm grounded, waiting for a signal to go.
Well, get back on that plane, my lovely, and keep out of trouble. Good luck.
Thanks. Same to you.
Hi, Steve. When did you get in?
Hello, Dusty. Just a few minutes ago. Come in. I've been out at the airport briefing the Lorelei on a trip to Washington for some pre-inauguration articles. She's still grounded out there.
Say, isn't that kind of risky, sending that luscious lovely down there among all those handsome young senators and reps with reps?
That's why I'm sending her.
You can't, sir?
No, just a managing editor.
Well, I've heard there's very little difference when it comes to getting a story.
Uh-oh. Who's been filling your cup with hemlock-flavored printer's ink, Dusty?
Nobody. Seriously, Steve, I just pulled this little masterpiece of press photography out of the hypo and thought you might be interested.
Oh, let's see.
Take it easy. That print's still wet.
Wow. It's a little early for people to be burning Christmas trees.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Steve. I shot at this shot in an alley back of the Salerno Food Market on South Street. Trees have been doused with kerosene before somebody put a match to them.
Why?
That's what the police would like to know. Also, why one of the Salerno brothers is in a coma in the hospital. And there's another Salerno brother going around with a lump on the head and plenty on his mind. But you might want to look into it.
Yes, I've had tips. There's a new mob moving into the produce racket on the south side, Dusty. This could be their first act of violence in a selling campaign of intimidation.
Yeah.
Who runs the store?
Mama Salerno. Her husband got it in the First World War, and then her boys went the full course with plenty of battle stars in the Second.
and come home and have to fight racket rats to make an honest living.
Yeah, only you don't get any Purple Hearts when you get shot for that. Shall I get my camera in case you should decide to join the campaign? If the Salernos will let us in?
Yes, Dusty, get your camera and plenty of flash bulbs. I have a pretty good idea who's back of this. Whether the Salernos will let us help them or not.
Mama.
Yes, Tony?
I'm gone out for a while.
Oh, no, Tony, wait. Maybe we hear from the doctor at the hospital about Caruso again tonight.
No, Mama. The doc said he wouldn't be out of the coma till morning. I'll be back in a couple of hours.
Oh, no, please, Tony. You need a rest, a little sleep. All last night at the markets, all day at the police station, not answering the questions about what happened to Caruso.
Tomorrow morning, I'm going back to our regular wholesaler for the turkeys we got orders for.
Then I'm going to go with you, Tony. You don't go alone.
No, Mama. You got to be here at the shop early and decorate the windows.
Later I can do that. I won't let you go alone to the market.
I won't be alone, Mama.
Tony, your papa's gone for the store.
Yeah.
No, Tony. No guns. No killing, even for what is right.
I know what I'm doing, Mama. I got a phone call this evening about where I'm to buy all our produce from now on.
Oh.
I'm going to go see how much they want for turkeys.
Oh, no. No, please, Tony, don't go. Maybe they're going to kill you, too. And if Caruso dies, I got nobody left. Nobody.
No. Don't worry, Mama. Caruso will be all right. You stay here. I'm going to make sure nothing happens to him again.
No, please, Tony. Oh, come back. Come back, my son. Come back.
Thus, events move swiftly toward a climax, even if Steve Wilson prepares to take a hand in the fight against a vicious racket. Now back to Big Town and to Steve Wilson's timely story captioned Deadline at Dawn. Learning that storekeepers of Big Town are being victimized by a new gang of produce racketeers, Steve and Dusty Miller, a news photographer, are on their way to the south side in the cab of Harry the Hack.
Say, boss, Dusty.
Say it, Harry.
How come we're hightailing down to the south side?
Well, Dusty picked up a lead on a new gang of chiselers moving into the produce rackets, Harry. Stop at the Salerno Market in the middle of the next block.
Check, boss. And if you and Dusty should have any need of me and my trusty monkey wrench whatsoever, I'll be happy to oblige.
Thanks, Harry. Just wait in your hack. I may want you to drive us to a rat's nest down near the river.
Okay, Mr. Wilson.
Hey, you want me to bring my mugger, Steve?
No, leave your camera in the hack, Dusty.
Yeah, these folks are kind of camera shy when there's trouble in the wind. I can't say I blame them. Say, there's Mama Salerno decorating one of the store windows. Oh, boy, what a shot. Oh, look, let me get my box and flash. Just one through the glass,
No, wait,
Steve.
Dusty. It might upset her and make her afraid to talk.
Okay, but oh, what a shot. Madonna the Market.
Hear ye, be of good spirit, have joy, have pity, have faith.
Say, Steve, isn't that your old pal, the Prophet?
Yes, just a minute. He may know something about what's been happening around here this morning. Hello, Prophet.
Hear ye. Oh, who calls my name in the voice of a friend?
There's Steve Wilson of the press, Prophet.
Oh, Mr. Wilson, what brings you from your ivory tower of words?
I'm hoping you might be able to tell us something about the Salerno trouble.
Oh, a little while ago now, the elder son, Tony, goes from the store toward the river.
Toward the river?
Aye, and the sound of his footsteps as he passed me in the dark were as those of an avenger seeking out these creatures of evil who smote his brother down.
Did you talk to him, Prophet? Do you know where he was going?
Nay, but perhaps his mother would know.
Well, let's hope she does. Thanks, Prophet. Come on, Dusty. Let's get in there and talk to her.
Okay, Steve. Well, let's hope she'll open the door.
Tarry not, my friends, for there is evil abroad this night, and softly o'er the city beats the wings of death.
I sure hope that poor old guy isn't a real prophet, Steve.
That remains to be seen, Dusty. Well, the door's locked. You'll have to knock and hope she'll open up and talk.
Ah, she's getting out of the window and coming to the door, but she looks kind of scared.
Yes, but she's unlocking the door.
Yes, mister. What do you want?
Good evening. Are you Mama Solano?
Yes, I am Mama Solano. Who are you?
I'm Steve Wilson, a newspaper man, Mrs. Solano.
A newspaper man? I can tell you nothing. My sons, they speak for me, but Caruso is hurt in the hospital and Tony's not here.
Mrs. Solano, we know your eldest son has been shot, defending your right to conduct your business without interference from hoodlums.
See, that is right.
And I'm sure you've been threatened with more violence if you refuse to cooperate with the racketeers.
See, Mr. Wilson, so please go away and leave us alone. Already my one son may die.
Mrs. Solano, this thing is not finished. These racket rats won't leave you alone, and you can't fight them without help.
Why cannot they leave us in peace? From us we could not make much money, even if we bought everything where they say we must buy it.
Because you and your sons have set an example of courage and defiance, Mrs. Solano. If they can't force you into line, other storekeepers will be encouraged to fight them.
Oh, but at what price, Mr. Wilson? Already I have perhaps lost one son. And now for Tony, too, I am afraid. But how will it help to talk to you?
Because I think we may be able to help you if you'll tell us where Tony has gone tonight.
That I cannot tell you, Mr. Wilson. That I do not know.
Haven't you any idea, Mrs. Solano? We know he went toward the river.
To the river?
Yes, and we have reason to believe he's meeting someone connected with the produce racket.
See, that I think, too. A phone call Tony got, but he would tell me nothing, but not to worry. For with him, he took his papa's gun from the store.
A gun? Good grief. If he walks into that rat's nest with a gun...
I know. I beg him, but Tony will not listen. I cannot stop him. I can only stay here and keep busy with my hands and pray with my heart.
He didn't mention any names, any places, Mrs. Solano?
No, Mr. Wilson. No names, no places. And I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
Well, I'd be proud to have your kind of fear, Mama Solano.
Oh, Mr. Wilson, can you help? Is there something maybe you can do?
There's one slim chance. I have a strong hunch about the men he may be dealing with. Dusty.
Yeah, Steve.
Get Harry to stay here with Mrs. Solano. Have him lock the store and phone the police at the first sign of trouble.
Right, Steve. What's your hunch?
I'm going to pay a call on a produce racket rat by the name of Lod Malone.
Yeah, Lord Malone.
Hey, Lard. Me, Jojo.
So what?
Better come down here to the warehouse.
What's up?
That Tony Salerno dope showed with a rod.
What happened?
We got him. What do we do with the dope?
Dead or alive?
Kicking?
Put him in the freezer.
With the turkeys?
Yeah.
What for?
Maybe he'll buy him. At our price.
Whatever you want.
Deep freeze him hard at 20 below. Stubborn dope.
Hello, Malone.
Wilson.
So you remember me. Good. It'll save time.
I got time. What do you got?
A hunch you're asking for another prison stretch. That Salerno shooting at dawn this morning had your trademark all over it, Malone. He who laughs last
is the dumbest.
Where is Tony Salerno? What's happened to him?
Do I get a prize for the right answer?
A chair for the wrong one?
You got me wrong, Wilson. I'm a reformed character.
Not according to my confidential reports.
You got too many ears around Big Town, Wilson. Somebody ought to do something about that.
Your victims have too many tongues, and you can't silence all of them with guns, Malone.
My new business is on the up and up.
You haven't even crawled out of the sewer, Malone. 5 years in prison didn't teach you a thing.
I ate him silly. 300 pounds.
Well, that's a lot of fat to fry in the chair.
All right, you want to look over my plans?
Thanks very much. I'll take you up on that.
Okay. Maybe you'll find the Salerno dope with my stock of turkeys.
You better be alive, Malone.
Okay. Let's go.
Why pull in the alley, Malone? Why not stop out front?
The side door's open at night, and besides... I wouldn't want to get a parking ticket on this nice new jalop.
Yes, the police might find it had been stolen.
You print that in your paper and I'll sue you.
It wouldn't put you away for long enough, Malone.
Okay. Let's go in the plant and see if you can find a nice long wrap to pin on me, you nosy newsy.
Thanks very much. Your cooperation is overwhelming. Suppose I don't care to play the fly to your Spiders Act.
Come again? I don't get it.
Come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly.
Oh. Yeah. Come on.
I said, suppose I don't care to walk into a pretty obvious trap.
You should have thought of that sooner. This jogger says, come on.
Oh. I didn't think you'd risk a return rap for carrying a gun.
Well, it's a special occasion on account of you, Wilson.
I'm highly flattered.
Hold it, Wilson. Clam up. We got company.
Just a blind guy from the sound of his cane.
Clam up.
Ye who walk in darkness, come to the light.
Beat it, you loony. You're off your beat.
Who speaks? Who speaks?
Never mind. Beat it, bump.
Yes, beat it, old man. Go back to the street where people will listen to what you have to say.
Aye, back to the light where I shall proclaim that the hosts of evil do gather.
Wait a minute, Pop. Here's $5. Go souse yourself.
Money? Nay.
Oh, take it, old man. Render unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's. At the moment.
Aye, for the poor, the blessed, and the unpossessed, I will take Pontius Pilate's gold.
Why didn't you shoot the poor old devil, Malone?
I'm superstitious about guys like that, especially blind and cracked characters, and he's both.
Yes. Most savages are afraid of the afflicted.
Well, that ain't gonna help you. Come on, Wilson. Inside. Let's go.
You don't give me much choice. Well, it's a filthy-looking place to store food people have to buy and eat.
It's just a temporary dump till we get going.
Where do you keep the turkeys Tony Salerno came to price? Or was that just a gag?
No gag. We've rigged up a freezer room. We can keep it down to 20 below for the perishable stuff.
Alon, where is Tony Salerno?
Come on, I'll show you.
Hey, lad. That you?
Yeah, Jojo. Where's the creep?
Frosting that Salerno slug. Hey. Who's the big guy you're covering with that rod?
A nosy newspaper slug named Wilson.
What's he got, Larry?
It don't matter.
What if he tipped the cops?
He was playing a hunch, and cops are too busy to listen to newsies' hunches.
Suppose he was trailing a tail. You'd be as easy to follow as a hippo in a circus parade.
No tail, I made sure of that.
Death is the only thing you can be sure of in your racket, Malone.
Yeah. That's right, Wilson. Cover him, Jojo. This heavy heater is making my hand tired.
Sure, lad. What'll I do with him?
He wants to see Salerno. Let him.
In the deep freeze?
Where else? They'll want to talk, private. There won't be anybody in there to disturb him except some cases of frozen birds.
They can talk turkey.
I'll make the jokes. Get going.
Oh, wait a minute, Malone. The police know you own and operate this place. They'll come looking for Tony Salerno and for me.
Don't worry about them finding you, Wilson. The river's just out back when you're iced like a mackerel.
You're signing your own death warrant, Malone.
You're mixed up, Wilson. I'm signing yours. Take him in the deep freeze and put the chill on him, Jojo.
Okay, lad. Come on, slug.
And tell the creep to get down to the hash wagon and get me a ham and rye and a piece of pie.
Thus, Steve has deliberately walked into a deadly situation in order to help Tony Salerno, victim of a vicious racket. In a moment, we'll come to the exciting climax of tonight's story. Now, back to Big Town and to Steve Wilson as he finds himself locked in an improvised freezing chamber with a produce racket victim in tonight's headline story captioned, Deadline at Dawn.
Listen, Tony, get on your feet. We've got to keep moving, Tony, or we'll freeze to death.
All right, but who are you? What have they got you locked in here with me for?
I'm a newspaper man, Steve Wilson. I heard you'd gone after the racket rats who shot your brother.
They killed my brother.
No, Tony. Your brother isn't dead. I checked the hospital. He's got a chance to pull through, and so have we if we keep moving. Now, come on, Tony. Come on. Walk.
I'm so cold. I was frozen. I can hardly move. My hands and feet are numb.
I know. You've been in here longer than I have. It's below zero. But to stop, Tony, to lie down is to die. Now, come on, keep moving.
Well, what's the good? Who think to look for us in here?
Well, the prophet knows I'm in this warehouse, Tony.
The prophet? I saw him tonight on the way down here.
Yes, he told me.
How will he help?
Dusty Miller, one of my press photographers, trailed us from Malone's office. Now, even if he lost us, the prophet will find him. Tell him where I am, and Dusty will notify the police.
They better hurry. Hey, Mr. Wilson, I can't keep on. My legs are numb. Couldn't we build a fire out of crates? Get warm?
Oh, the smoke would smother us in this windowless room.
I'd rather smother. Maybe it'd be quicker.
No. The fire would use up the oxygen, Tony, and... Oh, fire. Tony, you've given me an idea, maybe an out.
How?
Wait a minute, Tony, till I get something to burn.
Fire. It'll keep us warm. I'd rather die warm.
I'm not going to die in here, Tony, if my hunch about this place is correct.
What hunch?
Wait till I light this torch. I'm made out of the wrapping of these frozen turkeys. Tony, look up there at the ceiling.
I can't. I can hardly move. I'm sleepy. I want to lie down. Sleep.
No, Tony, go to sleep and you'll never wake up. Now, fight it a minute. Fight it till I try something.
Are you going to try?
There's a sprinkler system in this old warehouse, Tony. Protection against a fire. If I can start it with this torch, an alarm bell will ring and the fire department will come bring the police.
Oh, I'm sleepy. Let me lie down.
No. Fight it, Tony. Give me a chance to climb up on these crates. I've got to get up there before this torch burns out.
Can you reach it?
Yes, now keep talking, Tony. Keep awake.
Maybe there ain't any water in the pipes.
There's got to be. There is. Come on, Tony. Let me help you over to the door.
How will that help?
Listen, Tony, listen.
Yeah?
The sudden release of the water pressure automatically set off a fire bell inside and outside the warehouse.
We'll drown before they find us.
No, Malone and his mugs have got to get us out of here before the fire department and the police arrive. We've got to be ready for them.
I can hardly move.
Let's leave that to me, Tony. Now lean against these crates. Stay here. I'll get behind the next pile of crates by the door.
They'll shoot us down.
Not if I can help it. Now hold it, Tony. Somebody's unlocking the door.
All right, you smart slugs. Starting that sprinkler, bringing the fire boys and the cops. Come on out of here. Let's take a walk.
No, thanks. Stay down, you rat. And lend me that gun. Thanks.
What goes, Jojo? Get those slugs out of there.
No, Malone. You step in here and help get Tony Salerno out of this death trap.
Wilson, how did you get Jojo's ride?
I smothered him with a crate of Christmas turkeys. Come on. Get Tony Salerno out of here before he dies, and you burn.
Okay, take that gun out of my stomach, and I will.
Okay, but it'll be in your back, and watch your step. My fingers are numb, and I can't be sure how hard I'm pulling on the trigger. Come on, Tony. There's one more rat on the loose around here.
Oh, no, there isn't, Steve.
Oh, welcome, Dusty. Where is the creep?
He's sleeping off a slug I gave him with $280 worth of camera.
Well, cheap, but twice the price. Get Tony Salerno out of this freezer.
Okay, Steve. Come on, Tony. I got some good news for you.
About my brother, Caruso?
Yeah, he's okay. Last reported holding hands with a pretty nurse and warbling, "Drink to me only with thine eyes."
Good. And Mama?
Mama Salerno's got Harry the Hack in your grocery store window polishing apples and tying them on your Christmas tree. Hey, what about this overstuffed porker, Steve?
I think we just keep him on ice till the police get here, Dusty, and let them hang him on their Christmas tree.
And so ended, happily for the Salernos and other potential victims of the vicious produce racket, with the arrest and conviction of Malone and his gang, another exciting newspaper adventure of Steve Wilson and his staff of the Big Town Illustrated Press. Next week, bring you a hard-hitting story entitled Prelude to Christmas. Another exciting assignment in the newspaper career of fighting Steve Wilson of Big Town. Don't miss it. In tonight's dramatization, all names, times, and places are fictional, and any similarity to other names and places is purely coincidental. Big Town features Edward Pauley as Steve Wilson, Fran Carlin as Lorelei Kilborn, and was written and produced by Jerry McGill. Now, speaking, this is Hugh James bidding you good night until next Tuesday night, same time, same station, when you'll hear the newsboy calling...
extra hero about it. The story of Steve Wilson and Prelude to Christmas. Extra.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.